Swati from PrepBytes, and in this video, I'm going to take you through the entire career progression of a front-end developer. Now that you're watching this video, either you've spent so many days, years, or months, or decades learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, or something, or you're planning to do, or something in order to become a front-end developer, right? Let's just say that you got placed in a good job, right? Khuda na khasta, everything went so exceptionally. You are in your dream company, right? So now, where do you see yourself in next 30 years? Let's just say that's so long. Let's just say 10 years, at least 5 years. Yeah, that's what the point. So if you want to retire and financially stable, financially independent in your 50s and live like a king or a queen that you are, what do you prefer? You prefer this, right? Or you prefer to be in the same cabin doing the same work for the rest of the lives? No, right? So that's why I want you to watch this video till end so that I can tell you every single opportunity of after becoming a front-end developer so that you can grab it and take your career to limitless heights. So when we talk about front-end developer, there are so many wide branch outs where you can spread feet across, right? So every field is unique in its own way. So when I talk about a front-end developer in generally, front-end developer is a person who actually designs a website, right? Why I'm highlighting website, we almost every single day of our life is incomplete with a website. It is incomplete with a browser. So a front-end developer is a developer or is an, you can call him whatever, but he is the one who is the base or a unit block of a website creation, right? So he uses so many markup languages, if I could say, or something, but hold on, a front-end developer works everything you see on the website. So a front-end developer generally further divided into developer who uses different markup languages, style sheets such as HTML, CSS, and JS, and some kind of frameworks, right? To design a complete website, to make it user-friendly, to make it, beauty to the eyes and all. So an entry level of a front-end developer or a developer might be having an average salary of 5.5 LPA. And I'm not saying this, the Glassdoor saying this, with a good explanation of what is the average, how many salaries, how many employees. A Glassdoor is clear-cut saying this, that an entry-level front-end developer or a developer with 0 to 2 years experience receiving 5.5 LPA. Isn't that trendy? Right? So further, developer with more experience, if you are like if you became so good at what you're doing, then after 2+ years experience, that means you are so good, right? You have learned HTML, you have learned CSS, you're good with any framework, and you are very good with reviewing codes and all, then senior web developer comes into the place. So senior web developer generally troubleshoots, integrates every multimedia onto the site. Like whenever you open a website, you see some photos, videos, images, or anything, that is all done by the senior web developer. So he takes all the multimedia, integrates it, and puts onto the website, right? He troubleshoots the problems, he reviews the website, he checks the website, right? With an experience of 2+ years or with an experience of more than 2 years, generally, they can receive, a senior web developer can earn around 8 LPA to 12 LPA, right? So further, if you are still want to continue, still want it, being passionate about this field, then it becomes senior software engineer. Now, senior software engineer is a person who designs the website, who gives an architect. Imagine our house just a concrete system or just normal, right? So, using a simple HTML, simple CSS can make it like that. But this senior software engineer lays out the architecture. For example, in our house, as we paint colors, as we put in furniture, decor and all, like that, the senior software engineer makes the entire website look beautiful and add-ons, layers, and simply a high quality, controlled, and a great architectural website, if it's shown, then there is a key role of senior software engineer. So when you are a web developer, when you have a growth in your career, when you are actually investing more time in learning things, so when you'll get in at a stage of where you have an experience of 3 to 5 years, then you can earn a good package of 10 LPA to 16 LPA. So further, if you want to more, engrave and engrossed into this kind of field, then it comes lead developer. So lead developer generally researches and analyzes things. So let's just say that you are a lead developer, right? You have a junior under you, you have so many juniors under you, and every employee, decision, opinion matters. So when these kind of employees gives you ideas, you research on them, you analyze on them, and you make them work, you make them actually, come into a project. You'll be there through the entire cycle. You'll gather all the people. You'll make sure that the ideas are coming into this site. So with an experience of 4 to 8 years, right? This is the average salary. I'm telling you 22 LPA is the average salary. I'm not joking. This is only average. So I've seen so many job postings in Glassdoor and LinkedIn as well. So for an experience of 7 to 8 years, I think a company is actually paying good, package of 25 LPA to a lead developer. So this is what you want, right? So after coming from senior web developer, we already knew that we can go to senior software engineer or lead developer. But from senior web developer, you can change your field. Not completely, but to be a management, to be into a field of management as well. So that is what we are calling as management track here. So management track has different kind of things. For example, if I would simply say a team manager is also a management field, right? There are so many management fields in technical as well, right? Especially in front-end development and the kind of things, there are technical aspects, management aspects as well. So at an entry level of management aspects, you can earn around 6 LPA, right? But if you have gained enough experience, you know how to manage the team, you know how to collaborate ideas, you know how to use the resources, then you can earn a good package of 11 to 13 LPA, like when you have a good experience of 3 to 5 years, right? So again, when we'll come back to front-end developer, we have the second branch out, which is completely another management track, saying project manager. So here, project manager is not only a manager who look after the project, but a project manager actually goes into the business resources, utilization of resources, having 3 things in mind. One is time, other is scope, and the third one is quality. So these 3 things are so important when you want to when you want to manage a project, when you want to look after a project. So once you know the value of time, scope, and quality, there is a high chances of you becoming and using a great having a great utilization of resources which your company, which your organization is already providing you. So project manager has a great and huge responsibility over his head, because every project manager needs to maintain his team, convert his resources into money, and close the projects. So an average salary for a 2+ years experienced person is around 14 LPA. But I'm telling you, there are more companies, there are good, if I say blue chip companies, who actually offer more than 20 LPA to the people as well, if you have a great knowledge or a good experience, right? So another branch out of a front-end developer is a UI UX designer. So when I talk about UI UX designer, it is user interface. That means an interface between the customers and the organization, or we can say users friendly. So the UI UX designers, if I talk about the fresher people, right? If you're passionate about technical devices, latest tech trends and all, then I'll definitely suggest you go on to this, grab this. Why? Because UI UX designers actually create a user-friendly interfaces where they actually bring out beautiful experiences interfaces where you can, It feels so smooth. Imagine you have used a normal keypad phone or an Android phone, right? Which was before 2017, and start using an iPhone 13 Pro Max. You'll feel the difference, right? So that is how the UI UX design. So these people actually need to be more creative, more intense towards their work, because so many things matter. So for an entry level people here, the average salary package is around 5 LPA to 10 LPA. Again, this is a Glassdoor one. So this is what the current trend actually running, right? So when you have gained enough experience, writing a code and all, then you will become a senior UI UX designer. You can go into that field, you can continue in that field, where you will not only create user-friendly interfaces, but you will check out the customer insights, you check out the customer reviews, you check out the customer feedbacks, and turn them into, delightful experiences where, the organization will support you, the organization will make you do that, and the customer interaction will be more, experienced and will be more high. So a senior UI UX designer has a huge responsibility again, because he needs to maintain the customer, he needs to keep a track of customer relationships as well. So with an experience of 2 to 3 years, right, you can earn a good package of 7 LPA to 12 LPA as well, right? When you are so familiar with writing codes and all and reviewing codes and all, here comes the creative manager. Now the creative manager is a manager where he actually gathers, he actually collects the ideas from the juniors or the other employees, right? He actually collects the work. Then it will turn out into concept, it will turn out into implementation, and then it will be the complete project. So whatever the ideas which the other people will be bringing, this creative manager will compose them into a single thing, and then he'll put onto the project. So with an experience of 5+ years, you can earn a good package of 9 LPA to 15 LPA. If you are high enough knowledgeable as well, there is a higher chances of you to grab more higher packages. So these are the branch outs we have seen till now. So front-end developer, completely, becoming a management track, going into a management track, having a creative knowledge. So we have seen every outcome, right? So for further videos, please like, share, and subscribe PrepBytes. Thank you.